What's up, YouTube? This is Pathways97 and welcome to SmackDown Live. We are coming to you from East Rutherford, New Jersey for this edition of SmackDown. And we have got an exciting show in store for you later on tonight. In our main event, we will see John Cena and Rusev collide for perhaps one final time. Of course, the SmackDown Tag Team Championship #1 Contenders Tournament will continue. And of course, kicking things off, we have Alexa Bliss finally going one-on-one, face-to-face with Charlotte. That's going to be your opening contest. It's up next as Alexa Bliss makes her way down to the ring. Of course, Bliss and Charlotte, they've been having a bit of... well, they've been going back and forth for the last couple of months now, having a bit of a test of skill, a contest of one-upsmanship, as they've been just trying to outmatch one another, trying to outperform the other in their respective matches. They've been at each other's throats, really, let's not mince words here. And of course, it finally came to what really set up this match was last week, when Charlotte went to the SmackDown General Manager's Lita's office and requested a rematch with the Women's Champion Asuka. Of course, she was denied because Asuka is scheduled to face Nia Jax at SummerSlam. But as Charlotte was walking out of the GM's office, she bumped into Alexa Bliss, and they had a little exchange there. Charlotte says, you want to know why you haven't gotten a shot at the Women's Champion yet? You want to know why you haven't been given that opportunity? It's because you haven't earned it. So if you want to take my spot, you're going to have to take it from me. And so we're finally getting this showdown, Charlotte versus Alexa Bliss. And of course tonight you see Charlotte coming down to the ring. Typically, this is where she would come down, show off a little bit. She'd do that usual flip. But not this time, because as I have to remind you, Charlotte is coming into this matchup with a bit of an arm injury that she sustained in her match with Asuka at Cyber Sunday. But nonetheless, you can see that right arm, that right elbow is padded up. Of course, that while it will serve as protection for Charlotte, it is also going to serve as, really just a big bullseye for Alexa Bliss should she decide to take the opportunity. But you can see Charlotte, she's clearly not trying to avoid using that arm. She's going to try to... oh, man, what a chop. What a chop by Charlotte. That was a much stronger chop than even you'd see from the Nature Boy Ric Flair. And now you see Charlotte styling and profiling in this matchup. As now these two lock up, but it's Alexa Bliss who delivers the knee to the face of Charlotte. Oh, but Charlotte fires right back. Of course, it's just, there's going to be no give in this matchup. It's going to be back and forth. It's going to be brutal. As Charlotte takes her over the top, but Alexa Bliss ducks out the back door. And now Alexa Bliss kick to the midsection. A punch to the face. Charlotte drops to the canvas, and Alexa Bliss has got her right where she wants her. Slingshot straight into the ropes, straight into that bottom rope. As now Alexa Bliss dragging her away from the ropes, and she's going to deliver a drop kick straight to the back. Of course, the Women's Championship matchup for SummerSlam is already set in stone. However, a victory here, these two women have been mighty impressive in the last several weeks. So you'd have to imagine that a victory here, while not going to really get them the opportunity at SummerSlam, could potentially put them next in line in the contendership ladder. As Alexa Bliss able to kick out at a count of one. Charlotte, missed the knee. Alexa Bliss able to sidestep it. And now Alexa Bliss takes her down with the arm drag. Charlotte trying to stumble back to her feet, but Alexa Bliss is right there. Not going to give her the moment to recover. It's now Alexa Bliss. Oh, no. Charlotte with a reversal. Charlotte now with a drop kick. Right on the money. Right on the button. Pinpoint accuracy from Charlotte. But of course, coming in with that arm injury, well, doesn't look like she's trying to avoid using it. Charlotte, she's coming out there trying to act as if she's not injured at all. I don't know how well that's going to work out for her. But, I mean, so far, she appears to be hanging in there. Kick to the midsection. Neckbreaker. And now it's Charlotte down into the cover hook of the outside leg on Alexa Bliss. There's a 2, but a kick out by Bliss. Of course, Charlotte, she had one hell of an outing at Cyber Sunday. One hell of a war with the women's champion, Asuka. But, of course, her mistake on that night was she tried to fight Asuka's battle. She didn't try to fight on her own terms. She tried to get physical. She tried to go strike for strike with Asuka, and that clearly did not work out in the end. Here we see tonight, Charlotte trying to go back to her roots, trying to be a bit more technical, trying to focus on the fundamentals out there, but of course, with that injured arm, you have to imagine that she's going to lose some of that power. As you see there, Alexa Bliss able to quickly break out of that abdominal stretch. And that's where Charlotte, Alexa Bliss going after the good arm of Charlotte. And that's where you see Charlotte, she tried to add a little bit of extra flair to those submissions, but with the injured arm, she can't quite pull it off. As Alexa Bliss now rubbing her face into the mat and follows through with the elbow straight in between the shoulder blades. As now Alexa Bliss just circles her opponent. Like a shark, she smells blood in the water. And Alexa Bliss bounces her head first off the turnbuckle. And now here comes the aggression. Here comes the aggression from Alexa Bliss. Of course, she might be small, but she's mighty. As Alexa Bliss, there's the double knees, rolls through, and connects. 2 pairs of double knees, and now Alexa Bliss into the cover. 2. No, but a kick out by Charlotte just before the count of 3. But Alexa Bliss, she's getting closer. Getting closer to that ever-elusive victory. That ever-elusive 3 count as she goes to the top rope. But Charlotte trying to get out of harm's way, able to get to her feet. But, what a slap. A slap. Devastating by Alexa Bliss, but what a devastating chop by Charlotte. As again, she just levels Alexa Bliss. Sends her down to the mat. And now Charlotte with a full head of steam. A full head of steam. Nearly broke her in half with a spear. Charlotte hooks the leg. 1, 2. No, but it's a kick out from Alexa Bliss. She now just barely hangs on for dear life. Charlotte boot to the face. Bliss eats a knife edge chop. There's a forearm. Another knife edge. Nope, that one's blocked. That one's blocked. And it's Alexa Bliss who fires back with a clothesline. As now Alexa Bliss brings Charlotte to her feet as she scales to the middle rope. Alexa Bliss, Hurricanrana. Get a high fly and a high risk move there by Alexa Bliss. This one pays off as she's going to go to the top rope yet again. She could be looking for Twisted Bliss. Alexa Bliss off the top rope. Here she goes. No! She hesitated though. She took just a moment too long, gave Charlotte enough time to recover. Now Charlotte rolls through. Charlotte rolls through. 2. No, but her arm gave out. That's where the injury comes back to cost her. She had her bridged for the pin, but her arm gave out just before the 3 count. Alexa Bliss able to escape, and now DDT. A snap DDT by Alexa Bliss. Charlotte, she might be out cold. As now Alexa Bliss again. With a bit of styling and profiling of her own, but adding insult to injury with the knees to the midsection. And now Alexa Bliss goes back to the top rope for the 2nd time. But this time, I don't think Charlotte's going to be dodging that one. She does not. Twisted Bliss. Count it, ref. It's over. And Alexa Bliss, after months of poking and prodding, finally gets her shot at Charlotte. And she finally is able to pick up a much-needed victory. An impressive victory by Alexa Bliss there. So it's finally over. Alexa Bliss gets the win over Charlotte, puts her in her place. So what's the future going to hold for Alexa Bliss now? Well, wait a minute. Well, backstage in the parking lot, that's Roman Reigns. But who the hell's he talking to? Well, I can't see from our camera. The angle was obscured. I couldn't see the man's face, but it almost looked like he was dressed up like Sanity. And now we have Shinsuke Nakamura, the #1 contender, for the WWE Championship, staring straight in the face of Big Cass. Well, not short on confidence is Big Cass, that's for sure. He doesn't appear to be intimidated by Shinsuke Nakamura one bit. In fact, Big Cass wants a match with Shinsuke. And it looks like Nakamura, he's down. So does that mean that we're going to see Shinsuke Nakamura versus Big Cass? Well, of course, Nakamura, he's got a date with Kevin Owens for the WWE Championship at SummerSlam. But it looks like Big Cass is looking to try to get a piece of Nakamura before that even happens. He doesn't believe that Nakamura is WWE Championship material. Well, we'll find out more about that situation in the coming, well, later tonight, next week, whenever we get the next update. Because, I mean, we still got to hear from the general manager, Lita, who I'm sure she's got a full plate. So, hopefully she'll be able to get on top of that situation as well. Right now, though, we move on to some more in-ring competition. This, as part of the second round of the SmackDown Tag Team Championship #1 Contenders Tournament. Last week, we saw TJ Perkins and Rich Swann defeat Sanity to advance to SummerSlam. And now tonight, we're going to find out who will be their opponents. Will it be the team of Hideo Itami and Akira Tozawa? Or will it be their opponents tonight, Luke Harper and Eric Rowan of the Wyatt family? Well, last week's matchup was mired in just utter chaos as Roman Reigns, Brie Bella came down to the ring. Brie Bella getting herself a piece of Nikki Cross after Cross attacked Brie a couple of weeks back on Monday Night Raw. Roman Reigns trying to get retribution for, all the times that Sanity has gotten in his way in the past. And I'm actually getting breaking news in my headset right now, that on the next episode of Monday Night Raw, Brie Bella and Nikki Cross will collide. They will go one-on-one on Monday Night Raw, so stay tuned for the next episode. That's going to be an exciting matchup, to say the least. A lot of physicality brewing there. So, looks like we may just get a resolution to that situation at the very least. But, I mean, Sanity, there's still a lot going on with them. What was that earlier with Roman Reigns and that mystery man who almost looked like, he was dressed up like a member of Sanity, but, I mean, what would Roman Reigns be doing with a member of Sanity? I mean, mystery, that's for sure. It's a mystery that we've yet to solve. We'll figure out what's going on at some point, hopefully. Maybe we'll never find out. That seems unlikely, but you never know here on SmackDown. You never know when chaos reigns, anything could happen. But speaking of chaos, you always have the chaotic Wyatt family, Eric Rowan and the unpredictable Luke Harper. You never really know what's going on inside the minds of these two men. The henchmen of Bray Wyatt, his followers, Rowan and Harper, former WWE Tag Team Champions, former longest reigning WWE Tag Team Champions. They sure had a mighty reign at the top back a little over a year ago, and now the Wyatt family, they are looking to capture some tag team gold once again, while Bray Wyatt is off in the shadows. I mean, the last time we saw Bray Wyatt was when he kidnapped Dean Ambrose after their match at Battleground. And we haven't seen or heard from Dean Ambrose since. What's the situation there? I have no clue. Roman Reigns was trying to get to the bottom of things, and then Sanity showed up and got in his way. So, I mean, who really knows what's going on this show anymore? The SmackDown General Manager, Lita, of course, I said she's got She's got a lot on her hands right now with the whole Apollo Crews situation. And on top of that, having to manage SmackDown as well. But, I mean, the whole Dean Ambrose situation, I mean, this show is just utter chaos right now. But right now, we try to establish a bit of stability as we've got some in-ring competition. Hideo Itami and Eric Rowan squaring off. We saw a couple of strikes from Rowan, but Hideo Itami's not going to back down from a battle of strikes. As Itami, oh, but Luke Harper with a cheap shot from the apron. The referee's got to try to stay on top of this thing, as now it's Hideo Itami who answers back with a shot on Luke Harper, taking him off the apron, but now that distraction gives Eric Rowan the opening. As Itami stumbles to his feet. And Eric Rowan's going to toss him into the corner and just pancake him in the corner, just flatten him out. As now Rowan, could he perhaps be looking to make a tag to Luke Harper? Are we going to see some teamwork in this matchup? And indeed, there is the tag to Luke Harper as Akira Tozawa can only watch on as Hideo Itami, oh, back body drop, a double back body drop. From the Wyatt family, these two men who just tower over Hideo Itami. Oh, there's a vicious uppercut from Harper. Well, now Harper, I mean, what is Harper doing? It's almost as if Harper is daring Hideo Itami to take a strike. I mean, Harper was going on the offensive, and then he just stopped, and he said, hey, Itami, take your shots. You go for it. And now it's Hideo Itami who's teeing off on Luke Harper. Irish whip off the ropes. Harper, nope. There's a counter from Harper. Oh, and Harper. Luke Harper with a devastating uppercut. Just floored Hideo Itami, knocked him down to the canvas. As Itami trying to gather his bearings. Oh, able to dodge a strike from Luke Harper. Oh, and there's a cheap shot now by Rowan. So every time Hideo Itami starts to build up some offense, the numbers game of the Wyatt family is, oh, now there's Luke Harper with the German suplex just as Itami takes out Rowan. Harper goes back on the attack, and now Luke Harper with that signature gator roll, just crushing the life out of Hideo Itami, just choking the life out of him. As now Harper makes a tag, Eric Rowan's going to come back in this matchup. So far, it's all Wyatt family at the start of this one. As Eric Rowan's got Itami by the throat. Eric Rowan, oh, massive choke slam. A massive, massive choke slam. Nearly drove him through the mat. As Eric Rowan rolls him over for the cover. 2. But Itami with the kick out. As now Eric Rowan just stomping the mat. Just calling Itami to his feet. He's going to go for another choke slam. Got him by the throat once again. Lifts him up there like off the top of a skyscraper. Eric Rowan. Another massive choke slam as Itami trying to crawl for a tag, but he's in the wrong corner. And Itami is so dazed and confused, he doesn't even realize he's at the wrong corner. Tozawa calling him from all the way across the ring, but Itami, I mean, his brains are scrambled right now. As again, another tag made. On the part of the Wyatt family is Luke Harper again. Striking away on Hideo Itami. Itami trying to crawl once again. Harper just watching on. As Itami tries to crawl, tries to hang on, try to find some sort of life in this matchup. But Harper's going to try to snuff that fire out. As Luke Harper now, half Nelson suplex. Just tossing him high overhead. Now down into the cover. 1, 2, but Itami kicks out again. Of course, Hideo Itami, also a former one half of the WWE Tag Team Champions, alongside Finn Balor, who is over on Monday Night Raw. So not only are the Wyatt family looking to perhaps recapture some tag team gold, Hideo Itami is in the same boat, but right now, Hideo Itami is getting picked apart single-handedly. As Luke Harper goes over there, playing some mind games with Akira Tozawa, perhaps trying to goad him in, see if he would step into the ring. Try to cause more chaos in this tag team environment, but to no effect. So instead, he makes a tag to Rowan. And Rowan and Harper just work together to slam Itami into the turnbuckle. As now Eric Rowan continues the beat down. Hideo Itami just has not been able to get out of the starting blocks in this matchup. Eric Rowan and Luke Harper have had control of this thing from the get-go. Oh, wait a minute. Hideo Itami able to counter the choke slam. Eric Rowan went to the well one too many times. There's a double foot stomp from Itami. Itami now kicks to the chest. Goes after Harper, but Harper with the counter. Harper blocked the shot and delivered one of his own. And now Itami's staggered yet again, but Itami's going to go for it again, and Harper blocks it again. Hideo Itami trying to take a shot on Harper. Harper not letting him have it. So instead, Itami, he's going to take out his aggression on Eric Rowan. And again, Itami takes a look at Harper, but again, Harper shrugs him off. Hideo Itami just seems so fixated on Luke Harper, but Harper is not giving him the time of day. So now instead, Hideo Itami going to go back to Eric Rowan. Eric Rowan's dazed, and Hideo Itami's starting to heat up as Itami, flurry of kicks, drops Rowan down to the canvas, and again, Itami going over to Luke Harper. He was goading him on, and now Luke Harper suplex to the floor. Luke Harper has just had Hideo Itami's number. So Eric Rowan, he's down in the ring. Rowan's the legal man, but on the outside now, Luke Harper tosses Itami back inside the ring, but he's still not done. Luke Harper measures him in a boot to the side of the head. As Itami was hanging off the apron, Harper nearly kicked his skull in. As Eric Rowan now tosses Itami to the corner. Whoa, wait a minute. Luke Harper just took a swing at Eric Rowan, and Rowan saying, "What are you doing?" It's a bit of dysfunction here between the Wyatt family right now, though. Hideo Itami was able to slip by and make the tag to Akira Tozawa, who just levels Eric Rowan with a massive bicycle kick. And now a DDT. Eric Rowan goes down. Akira Tozawa now to the top rope. Itami's down. Harper just had a bit of miscommunication there with Eric Rowan, almost like Luke Harper tried to take a shot at Eric Rowan. But now it's given the opening to Akira Tozawa, who connects with a Shining Wizard to Eric Rowan. Harper's down on the outside. Itami's down. Akira Tozawa with a snap German suplex on Eric Rowan. 2, 3, and just like that, Akira Tozawa, like a ball of fire, comes into the ring, turns the tables, and gets the win for his team. So it looks like Hideo Itami and Akira Tozawa, just by the skin of their teeth, they are moving on to SummerSlam. They're going to take on the team of Rich Swann and T.J. Perkins, and the winner of that match will be crowned the inaugural SmackDown Tag Team Champions. But wait a minute, what's Luke Harper doing? Luke Harper with a clothesline to Eric Rowan. Luke Harper just attacked his own partner, and what? I don't know what to make of this. Well, I'm still trying to process what just happened in that tag team matchup, but it seems as though next week we are going to have an Intercontinental Championship #1 contenders match as Tyler Breeze goes one-on-one with The Miz. The winner will face Cody Rhodes for the gold at SummerSlam, but we also just found out that it'll be Rich Swann and T.J. Perkins taking on Hideo Itami and Akira Tozawa for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. What just happened with the Wyatt family? Luke Harper, he distracted Rowan. He took a swing at him during the tag match, gave Itami the opening to make the tag, and then after the match, Luke Harper lays out Rowan with a clothesline. I just don't know how to read Luke Harper. Eric Rowan, he's a mystery in his own right, but Luke Harper is on a totally different level. Does this mean that is that the end of the Wyatt family? Is Luke Harper going solo? what does Bray Wyatt think of all this? I mean, Bray Wyatt's not even around right now. Or maybe he is. He's always seems to be lurking in the shadows somewhere. So I really have no clue, but this is crazy. Well, right now, it is time that we put all the craziness aside and focus on our main event, as the face that runs the place, John Cena, has made his way to the ring. And of course tonight, he goes one-on-one with the super athlete, the Bulgarian brute, Rusev. And these two men, you want to talk about people who have been at each other's throats. John Cena and Rusev for the last several months, ever since the lead up to Battleground, to that Fatal 4-Way matchup. Rusev and John Cena, they just haven't seen eye to eye. It seems like they've always been getting in each other's way constantly. Of course, they were involved in the WWE Championship Fatal 4-Way match at Battleground, the Fatal 4-Way elimination matchup. They came to blows in that matchup a couple of times, but of course it was ultimately Rusev who was the last man standing against Kevin Owens before he too was finally put away with a pop-up powerbomb. So then a couple of weeks passed. They were going to have a singles matchup about a month ago. But that matchup was, of course, interrupted by Shinsuke Nakamura, who laid out both men with a Kinshasa. So that last war that they had, it was interrupted, but tonight, no interruptions, no Shinsuke Nakamura, no Kurt Angle. It's just John Cena versus Rusev in the main event of SmackDown. As you saw right there, it looked like John Cena and Rusev were going to charge at each other, but John Cena stopped short, tripped Rusev up, and now just like that, John Cena's got the upper hand, and those are the veteran instincts of a man like John Cena, a man who's been on top of this industry for the last decade. John Cena, that is a man who, I mean, they call him Big Match John. He's been in these tough situations before. He knows what it takes to win the big one, former WWE champion. Rusev, though, he's still, oh, what a savate kick, or a super kick, rather, right on the jaw. But Rusev, he's still yet to prove himself. He's yet to win a championship in Universe Mode. Rusev, I mean, he's had opportunities in the past. Like I said, he's had a couple of shots at the WWE Championship, although he ultimately came up short. But then you had that number one contenders triple threat matchup this past pay-per-view, Cyber Sunday, where it was John Cena and Rusev again in the ring with Shinsuke Nakamura. And of course, it was Nakamura who won that triple threat. So Cena, Rusev, they're out of the WWE title picture for SummerSlam. Although Rusev, he seems to have turned his attention to Kurt Angle, which could be, oh, what a clothesline by Rusev. Well, I thought perhaps for a moment that Rusev was a little too focused on Kurt Angle, perhaps. Not focused enough on John Cena, but he's managed to turn this matchup around. He's starting to go on the attack. So Rusev, it appears as though right now he is laser focused on the man in front of him. He's laser focused on John Cena. And of course, last week, John Cena, well, Rusev was talking to the general manager, Lita. He was upset about Kurt Angle being given that match with Kevin Owens at Cyber Sunday over a guy like Rusev who, you know, is... Oh, wait, Rusev, he tripped. Rusev tripped and he missed. And now John Cena's got an opening, and John Cena, you can bet he's going to capitalize on it. But Rusev was upset about a part-timer like Kurt Angle, a legend, coming back and stealing a spot from someone like him who's been busting his ass day in, day out. But John Cena interrupted their conversation and said, that's because Kurt Angle has something that you don't, and that's star power. And of course, you want to talk about star power, they don't get much bigger than John Cena's. Right now, Rusev to the top rope. Rusev was looking to fly, but John Cena made him pay for it. John Cena took him down off the top rope. Now going to go for the cover. Going to try to pick up the win there, but he's only going to get the one. Only going to get a 1 count. So John Cena, he says that Rusev has been leeching off of his star power over the last several months, and now he's finally gonna put him away. Finally gonna put him out of his rearview mirror as John Cena, with the leg drop to the back of Rusev's head off the top rope. John Cena, a big risk for a big payoff, but is it going to get the win? It will not. Rusev powers out at 2. And of course, you can hear the crowd. It's always a fired up crowd whenever John Cena's in the ring, whether you love him or you hate him. John Cena, he always gets a reaction, and that's what they call star power. That's something that Rusev, as a yet still unproven star here on Monday Night Raw, that's something that Rusev hasn't yet been able to achieve. Because right now, Rusev, he's got the leg caught up in the ropes, and Rusev with a full head of steam just looks to blow out John Cena's knee in the corner. Try to take away some of his power game as Rusev stomps the mat in the corner. And now Rusev appears to be lining him up for something. So he spins him around, and now Rusev, just a stomp to the midsection. And you can never really take the crowd out of the equation in a John Cena matchup. Whether they're on Cena's side or on his opponent's side, the crowd is always a factor. And that's something that, well, I think by this point, Rusev, I think he's been in enough high-profile matches that I don't think the crowd should really faze him too much. Of course, just ignoring his recent matches, his recent pay-per-view affairs, he did, of course, pick up a major victory over the now unemployed Brock Lesnar at Extreme Rules. That was a tremendous performance. Rusev's really his breakout match as a SmackDown superstar when he was brought over from Raw via the WWE Draft. But now Rusev, he's looking to try to break into that main event scene. He's looking to try to break the glass ceiling by defeating John Cena here tonight off the super kick to the back of the head. Rusev locks in the accolade. John Cena's caught in the center of the ring. He ain't gonna get no rope break, but he might get broken by this accolade, by this submission. But Rusev, oh no! Cena ducks out the back door. He manages to escape. And now John Cena's got Rusev up on his shoulders. Look at the power of John Cena. Oh, and a facebuster. An electric chair facebuster. Rusev maybe out cold. Cena the cover. 1, 2. No, but a kick out by Rusev. A close call, but Rusev able to stay alive for just a little bit longer as John Cena now. John Cena's going to go back up top. John Cena's looking to take another risk. Flying high with a crossbody. Oh, but Rusev caught him. Rusev caught John Cena in midair, and Rusev now takes him to the corner and just tosses him down to the canvas. The raw power on display by Rusev. You've got to be kidding me. And now Rusev's going to go back up top. Rusev's going to fly. And a big-time splash. John Cena unable to catch him on the way down. Rusev, hook of the outside leg on Cena. 1. He might have him 2. This could be over. Oh, no. Cena defiantly kicks out at 2.5. Rusev in disbelief. And how often do you see Rusev fly off the top rope like that? Well, there's a boot to the face. Because now Rusev got to plan out his next move. Got to figure out what's it going to take to put away John Cena. As Rusev boot to the midsection, John Cena goes up. Rusev's got him in the powerbomb. Perhaps going to take him over to the corner. As Rusev lines him up, there it is, a buckle bomb. Powerbomb in the corner. John Cena, he's in a world of trouble as Rusev now. Rusev picks him up to his feet. Punch to the face. Oh, no. He went for the super kick to the back of the head. Cena dodged it, and John Cena, attitude adjustment. Attitude adjustment. Hook of the leg, it's over. 2. John Cena, no. At a count of 2.9, Rusev just barely peels the shoulder off the canvas. And John Cena can't believe it, but John Cena's going back to the well, going back to what he does best. Connects with some vintage 5-knuckle shuffle. And now John Cena takes Rusev to the corner. And John Cena, he's going to take Rusev up top. He's going to put him up in no man's land. Oh, punch to the face by Cena. He's going up top. Oh, no way, no way, no way. You don't think? John Cena, if a regular attitude adjustment didn't work, how about a super AA? Hook of the leg. 1, 2, and 3. You've got to be kidding me. Not only did Rusev kick out of the attitude adjustment, but he kicked out of the avalanche attitude adjustment. This is unbelievable display of endurance, of just pure grit from Rusev, as now John Cena is pissed. John Cena just pummeling Rusev. punch after punch. I mean, John Cena, he didn't just hit him with his best shot, but he went even further than that. And Rusev still kicked out. Rusev still has enough left in the tank to say, no, I ain't giving up just yet. Is John Cena? Oh no. John Cena's going out. He's got a steel chair. John Cena's got a steel chair, but Rusev, not gonna let him use it. Rusev stops John Cena from using the steel chair. Cena now in the corner. I mean, Cena tore up that announce table. John Cena was livid, but he took his eyes off the prize. He gave Rusev too much time to recover. And now Rusev's gonna make him pay for it. Rusev off the middle rope. Sidewalk slam. Sidewalk slam off the middle rope. Rusev trying to gather his bearings. I think that move may have taken more out of him. Taking just as much out of him as it took out of John Cena. Now Rusev able to get the cover. But John Cena kicks out the referee. Took too much time getting that steel chair out of the ring. Rusev wasn't able to immediately crawl in for the cover. As a result, Cena just able to hang in there. But for how much longer, I wonder? John Cena doesn't... I mean, he's certainly worse for wear at the moment, but then again, you have to wonder, Rusev, how much more does he have left in the tank? As another belly-to-belly suplex delivered by the Bulgarian Brute. As he's hit 2 in a row. And Rusev's kicking it into another gear. He's saying, I'm not slowing down. Rusev, fall-away slam. The adrenaline is pumping. And John Cena, this could be the beginning of the end for him as Rusev headbutts the turnbuckle. Rusev firing himself up. Despite all the damage he's taken, Rusev still has enough left to keep slugging away. He's got John Cena. Alabama slam. Alabama slam, John Cena. I mean, I don't know if he's got anything left, but somehow Rusev... If Rusev, he might be running on fumes, but he's still the last man standing as Rusev takes him down. Torture rack backbreaker. Cena, he's got to be out. Rusev hooks the leg. 1, 2, and 3. And just like that, by the skin of his teeth, Rusev picks up the win over John Cena, and he says, hey, you're looking for star power? How's that for a bit of star power? What do you think of me now, John Cena? And now Rusev. With that major victory, you have to wonder, what is next for the super athlete? Well, I think I know what's next, or rather, who's next. And he's standing up at the stage. There's the Olympic gold medalist, Kurt Angle. And he and Rusev staring down, Kurt Angle staring down the barrel of a gun. Rusev is ready to go. Kurt Angle, does that mean, are we going to see Rusev versus Angle in the future? Well, we're out of time, folks. We'll find out next time.